Here are 15 black women who have changed history forever. Make sure you hit that subscribe and like button. 15. Serena Williams. Born on September 26, 1981, in Saginaw, Michigan, Serena began her journey to greatness at a young age, honing her skills alongside her sister Venus under the tutelage of their father, Richard Williams. From these humble beginnings, Serena's talent and determination propelled her to become one of the most dominant forces in tennis. Serena's legacy is synonymous with Grand Slam success. With an astonishing 23 Grand Slam singles titles to her name, she has surpassed numerous records and set new benchmarks for excellence. She raised the bar even higher when in 2017, she won the Australian Open while pregnant. Her relentless pursuit of victory, combined with her unparalleled athleticism and mental fortitude, has allowed her to conquer every aspect of women's tennis and ranks her one of the greatest champions of all time across all sports. Beyond her achievements on the court, Serena Williams has transcended the realm of sports to become a cultural icon and role model for millions around the globe. As a fierce advocate for equality and empowerment, she has used her platform to champion important causes and challenge societal norms. Her philanthropic work includes the Serena Williams Fund, whose aim is to provide assistance to youth whose families have been affected by violent crimes. Her tenacity also spills over to her role as an investor. To date, Ms. Williams boasts an investment portfolio of over 64 companies that include consumer products, wellness, and healthcare. Her resilience in the face of adversity and her unapologetic authenticity have inspired generations of athletes and non-athletes alike, leaving an indelible mark on the world far beyond tennis. Serena Williams' legacy is not just measured in trophies and titles, but in the lives she has touched and the barriers she has broken, cementing her place as one of the most influential figures of her generation. 14. Barbara Jordan. Congresswoman Barbara Jordan began breaking down barriers of gender and race in the 1960s. Born on February 21, 1936, in Houston, Texas, Jordan rose from humble beginnings to become a formidable force in the fight for equality and justice. Her eloquence, integrity, and unwavering commitment to public service made her a respected and admired figure both within the halls of Congress and beyond. Barbara Jordan's political career wasn't measured in wins, but in perseverance. Ms. Jordan campaigned unsuccessfully twice for a seat in the Texas House of Representatives. But in 1966, Barbara Jordan became the first black woman to win a seat in the Texas Senate and the first black person to serve since 1883. In 1972, Ms. Jordan was ultimately elected to the Texas House of Representatives and became the first woman to be elected in her own right. She then gained national attention for the speech she gave before the House Judiciary Committee, supporting the impeachment of President Richard Nixon. The 15-minute speech aired on TV July 25, 1974, and proved pivotal to the impeachment of President Nixon. She continued to showcase her oratorical skills as the first black woman to deliver a keynote at the Democratic National Convention in 1976. Ms. Jordan captivated the nation with her impassioned call for unity and inclusivity. Her stirring call garnered speculation of her as a potential running mate to then-President hopeful Jimmy Carter, and even earned her a delegation vote for president at the Democratic Convention. Jordan's unwavering commitment to principles of fairness, equality, and the rule of law earned her bipartisan respect and admiration, solidifying her reputation as a principled stateswoman and a beacon of hope for marginalized communities across the country. The U.S. Archives also describes Barbara Jordan as the first LGBTQ+ woman in Congress, even though her alleged partner nor her ever confirmed the relationship publicly. Although she passed away in 1996, Barbara Jordan's legacy endures as a reminder of the enduring power of the human spirit to effect positive change and shape the course of history. Her words and deeds serve as a guiding light for all those who strive to build a more just, equitable, and inclusive society. The next person on our list is the only queen we acknowledge around here. 13. Beyonce. Beyonce Knowles Carter, a global icon in the music industry, has revolutionized the entertainment world with her unparalleled talent, creativity, and influence. Hailing from Houston, Texas, Beyonce started her career as a teenager. Most people know about her time with the award-winning group Destiny's Child, but did you know that she garnered attention before that? When she was 12 years old, Beyonce made her television debut on the TV show Star Search. Her group, Girl Time, lost that day, but the world gained a superstar. Beyonce's music career has spanned over 30 years and is a testament to her extraordinary talent and versatility. With over 100 million records sold worldwide, Queen Bee has achieved unparalleled success and acclaim. From chart-topping singles to critically acclaimed albums, Beyonce's trophy case is overflowing as she holds the record of 32 Grammys. Her groundbreaking albums, such as Lemonade and Beyonce, along her record-breaking tours, have redefined the boundaries of pop music and cemented her status as one of the greatest performers of all time. Beyonce's influence extends to the realms of culture, fashion, and activism. As a proud advocate for racial and gender equality, she has used her platform to champion important social causes and amplify the voices of marginalized communities. Through her music, Beyonce has sparked important conversations about marriage, being a Black woman, and even dedicated her album Renaissance to her Uncle Johnny, who is a member of the LGBTQ+ community. Her unapologetic celebration of Black culture and heritage can be seen clearly in her hit documentary, Homecoming. The film centers around her 2018 Coachella performance, in which she celebrated historically Black colleges. Beyoncé's impact on popular culture extends beyond the stage and studio to the world of entrepreneurship and family. As the founder of her own entertainment company, Parkwood Entertainment, and the creative director of the athleisure brand Ivy Park, she has demonstrated her acumen as a savvy entrepreneur and a visionary leader. 12. Shirley Chisholm. Congresswoman Shirley Chisholm's groundbreaking political career was marked by her tireless advocacy for civil rights, gender equality, and social justice. From her early days as an educator to her historic presidential campaign, Chisholm shattered barriers and inspired generations of Americans to participate in the democratic process. As a congresswoman representing New York's 12th congressional district from 1969 to 1983, Shirley Chisholm championed legislation to address issues of poverty, education, and health care. She co-founded both the Congressional Black Caucus and the National Women's Political Caucus, amplifying the voices of marginalized communities and advocating for policies that uplifted the most vulnerable members of society. Chisholm's unwavering commitment to justice and equality earned her widespread acclaim and positioned her as a trailblazer in the fight for civil rights and social progress. In 1972, Shirley Chisholm made history once again by becoming the first African-American woman to seek the nomination for President of the United States for a major political party. Though her campaign faced numerous challenges and obstacles, Chisholm's bold candidacy paved the way for future generations of women and minorities to pursue leadership roles in politics. Her legacy as a visionary leader and fearless advocate for change continues to inspire activists and politicians alike, reminding us of the power of courage, resilience, and determination in the pursuit of a more just and equitable society. 11. Coretta Scott King. Coretta Scott King's influence extended far beyond her role as the wife of a civil rights icon. Mrs. King played a crucial role in the fight for racial equality and social justice in America. Coretta's unwavering commitment to nonviolent resistance and her dedication to advancing the cause of civil rights made her a beloved and respected figure in the struggle for freedom and equality. Her activism was deeply rooted in her belief in the principles of nonviolence and equity. Following her husband's assassination in 1968, she assumed a leadership role within the civil rights movement, continuing to advocate for legislative change and social reform. Coretta then went on to establish the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change in Atlanta, Georgia, whose purpose was to serve as a hub for activism and education on social justice issues. She continued to be a vocal advocate for peace, justice, and human rights throughout her life, speaking out against racism, poverty, and war. In 1974, Coretta formed and co-chaired the National Committee for Full Employment. Mrs. King also formed the Coalition of Conscience in 1983 and co-convened the Soviet Americans Women's Summit in 1990. Coretta's legacy continues to inspire generations of activists and leaders who are dedicated to building a more just and equitable society, reminding us of the enduring power of love, compassion, and solidarity in the face of oppression. Before Viola Davis, our next woman was breaking down barriers in the acting world. 10. Hattie McDaniel. Through her groundbreaking achievements in film and music, Hattie McDaniel broke barriers and defied stereotypes as she paved the way for future generations of African-American performers. Despite facing pervasive racism and limited opportunities for advancement, McDaniel's talent and charisma endeared her to audiences and earned her critical acclaim. Her portrayal of Mammy in the 1939 epic film Gone with the Wind earned her the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, making her the first African-American to win an Oscar, an achievement that remains a milestone in the history of cinema. However, that moment was more than winning an award. During the time of the 12th Annual Academy Awards, blacks and whites were forced into segregation. So even though Miss McDaniel was nominated for an award, she had to be given special permission to even be in the same room as her white co-stars. Her victory that night proved to be the only award a black actor would win for the next 30 years. Beyond her groundbreaking achievements in film, Hattie McDaniel's legacy endures as a symbol of resilience, perseverance, and outspokenness. She was mostly pigeonholed into subservient stereotypes throughout her career, but to that, she once famously said, "I'd rather play a maid than to be a maid." Her contributions to film and music continue to be celebrated and honored, ensuring that her legacy will endure for generations to come. Are you still here? Leave a power fist emoji for every woman on this list that has influenced you. 9. Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson's story wasn't widely known until 2016's movie Hidden Figures, but her impact had already crossed the cosmos decades before. A pioneering mathematician and physicist, Ms. Johnson made invaluable contributions to NASA's space program during the early years of space exploration. Her groundbreaking work as a human computer helped calculate trajectories for historic space missions and played a crucial role in advancing scientific knowledge and understanding. Not only did she have to overcome racism, but she had to combat sexism in the white male-dominated field of aerospace engineering. Katherine Johnson's mathematical prowess and analytical skills were instrumental in the success of numerous space missions, including the historic Apollo 11 mission that landed the first humans on the moon. Her calculations of orbital mechanics and trajectories were critical to ensuring the safety and success of astronauts like John Glenn, who famously trusted her calculations before becoming the first American to orbit the Earth in 1962. Johnson's precision and accuracy were indispensable to NASA's efforts to explore the unknown depths of space and achieve new milestones in human exploration. Katherine Johnson's contributions to science and space exploration have earned her widespread recognition and acclaim. In 2015, she was awarded by President Barack Obama the Presidential Medal for Freedom for her pioneering work at NASA. Katherine Johnson's legacy continues to inspire future generations of scientists, engineers, and mathematicians to reach for the stars and pursue their dreams, regardless of the obstacles they may face. 8. Sojourner Truth. Born into slavery around 1797, Sojourner Truth's journey from bondage to freedom exemplifies the resilience and courage of the human spirit. Sojourner Truth emerged as a prominent voice in the abolitionist movement during the 19th century, advocating tirelessly for the end of slavery and the liberation of enslaved individuals. She escaped slavery with her infant boy in tow, and was the first black woman to sue a white man and win, and delivered a speech that encapsulated the struggle to rise above societal norms as a black woman. Her iconic speech, "Ain't I a Woman?", delivered at the 1851 Women's Rights Convention in Ohio, highlighted the intersecting struggles of race and gender, and called attention to the plight of African American women in the fight for equal rights. Truth's first-hand accounts of the brutalities of slavery and her impassioned pleas for justice helped galvanize public opinion and advance the cause of emancipation in the United States. Sojourner Truth's legacy as a fearless advocate for freedom and equality continues to resonate today as a testament to the power of perseverance and activism in the face of oppression. Her unwavering commitment to truth, justice, and human dignity inspired generations of civil rights leaders and social reformers to continue to fight for a more just and equitable society. Truth's contributions to the abolitionist and women's rights movements laid the groundwork for future advancements in civil rights and social justice, leaving an indelible mark on the history of America and the ongoing struggle for equality. You still here? Smash those subscribe and like buttons. 7. Maya Angelou. Actress, writer, poet, singer, and civil rights activist, Miss Angelou left an indelible mark on the world. Born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, Angelou's early life was marked by adversity and struggle. Her life before fame included odd jobs like fry cook, sex worker, nightclub performer, Porgy and Bess cast member, Southern Christian Leadership Conference coordinator, and correspondent in Egypt and Africa during the decolonization of Africa. Her rich and painful experiences manifested in poignant memoirs, captivating poetry, and stirring speeches that continue to inspire and resonate with readers around the globe to this very day. Her debut memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, remains a landmark work in American literature, shedding light on the African American experience with grace, humor, and resilience. Angelou's evocative poetry, including the acclaimed collection And Still I Rise, explores themes of identity, love, and social justice with lyrical beauty and emotional depth. Through her writing, Angelou gave voice to the voiceless, challenging societal norms and inspiring generations of readers to confront injustice and embrace their own humanity. Beyond her literary achievements, Maya Angelou was a tireless champion for civil rights and social justice. From her early involvement in the civil rights movement, alongside leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, to her later activism on behalf of women's rights and LGBTQ+ rights, Angelou used her platform to speak out against oppression and inequality. Her impassioned speeches and essays called attention to the plight of marginalized communities and urged individuals to confront prejudice and discrimination with courage and compassion. Through her unwavering commitment to truth, beauty, and justice, Angelou forged a legacy that will endure for generations to come, reminding us all of the power of words to heal, uplift, and transform the world. The next person on our list had the rare permission of being able to call Miss Angelou by her first name. 6. Oprah Winfrey. A pioneering media mogul and philanthropist, has become one of the most influential and recognizable figures in the world. Born on January 29, 1954, in Kosciuszko, Mississippi, Oprah overcame swings of poverty, abuse, and uncertainty. Of course, at the heart of Oprah's legacy is The Oprah Winfrey Show, which aired from 1986 to 2011 and became the highest-rated talk show in television history. Her trademark warmth, empathy, and authenticity captivated audiences around the world, tackling a wide range of topics from self-improvement and spirituality to social issues and current events. But what separated her was the fact that she owned her name and show through Harpo Productions and amplified authors through her book club and spawned the careers of Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, and Gayle King. Oprah Winfrey's philanthropic efforts have touched countless lives and communities, demonstrating her commitment to giving back and making a positive impact on the world. From educational initiatives to humanitarian projects, Oprah has donated millions of dollars to support causes related to education, healthcare, and empowerment, particularly focusing on underserved communities and marginalized groups. Her leadership and generosity have inspired others to join the fight for social justice and equality, leaving a lasting legacy of compassion, generosity, and hope for future generations. We are down to our last 5. Name 10 women who have changed your life forever. Comment below. 5. Mae Jemison. Mae Jemison's passion for science and exploration propelled her to achieve her childhood dream of becoming an astronaut. Her groundbreaking journey into space inspired millions around the world and cemented her legacy as a pioneer in space exploration and scientific discovery. Mae Jemison made history on September 12, 1992, when she boarded the Space Shuttle Endeavour as a mission specialist on STS-47, becoming the first African-American woman to travel in space. During her 8-day mission, Jemison conducted scientific experiments on life sciences and materials processing, contributing valuable data to our understanding of human physiology in space. Her historic achievement shattered barriers and opened doors for future generations of women and minorities to pursue careers in space exploration and STEM fields. Following her historic space mission, Mae Jemison continued to make significant contributions to science, education, and humanitarian efforts. She founded the Jemison Group, a technology consulting firm, and the Dorothy Jemison Foundation for Excellence, dedicated to promoting science literacy and providing opportunities for underrepresented communities in STEM education. Jemison's advocacy for diversity and inclusion in STEM fields has inspired countless individuals to pursue their passion for science and pursue their dreams of reaching for the stars. Her legacy as an astronaut, physician, and advocate for science advancement continues to inspire future generations to explore the wonders of the universe and push the boundaries of human knowledge. 4. Fannie Lou Hamer. There are quite a bit of names you might get through before you get to hers, but no one was more influential during the civil rights era than Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer was a fearless civil rights activist and organizer that dedicated her life to fighting for voting rights and racial equality in America. Hamer's activism was rooted in her personal experiences with poverty, discrimination, and injustice as a Black woman in the segregated South. Fannie Lou Hamer's activism came to national prominence during the Mississippi Freedom Summer of 1964, when she helped organize the Mississippi Freedom Democratic Party, MFDP, to challenge the all-white delegation at the Democratic National Convention. Despite facing violence, intimidation, and arrest, Hamer and the other MFDP delegates courageously spoke out against racial segregation and voter suppression, demanding equal representation and voting rights for African Americans in Mississippi and across the South. Her impassioned testimony before the Credentials Committee of the convention brought national attention to the struggle for voting rights and galvanized support for the civil rights movement. Ms. Hamer's fearless leadership and unwavering commitment to equality helped pave the way for the passage of the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlawed discriminatory voting practices and expanded access to the ballot for millions of African Americans. Her legacy also lives on through the countless individuals and organizations she inspired, including getting food and clothing to the poorest residents of the Delta. Her life and work serve as a powerful reminder of the importance of grassroots organizing, collective action, and the pursuit of justice for all. The top 3 on our list are guaranteed to have a direct effect on your life right now. 3. Madam C.J. Walker. Sarah Breedlove, better known to the world as Madam C.J. Walker, was a groundbreaking entrepreneur, philanthropist, and advocate not only for women's rights, but African American economic empowerment. Born into the first generation post-slavery, Mrs. Walker went from an uneducated laundress to the first Black American millionaire. Madam C.J. Walker's entrepreneurial journey began in the early 20th century when she developed a line of hair care products specifically designed for African American women. Through her innovative marketing strategies, including door-to-door sales and demonstrations, Mrs. Walker built a thriving business empire that encompassed beauty salons and a robust network of sales agents known as Walker Agents. Her dedication to providing quality products and empowering other women to achieve financial independence revolutionized the beauty industry and laid the foundation for future generations of African American entrepreneurs. Beyond her entrepreneurial success, Madam C.J. Walker was a devoted philanthropist and advocate for social change. She used her wealth and influence to support charitable causes, including education, healthcare, and civil rights. Walker's philanthropic efforts included donations to historically black colleges and universities, support for anti-lynching campaigns, and activism for women's suffrage. Her commitment to uplifting and empowering her community through education and economic empowerment continues to inspire philanthropists and activists to address systemic inequalities and create opportunities for marginalized communities. 2. Rosa Parks. Often hailed as the mother of the civil rights movement, Rosa Parks was a courageous activist whose act of defiance ignited a pivotal moment in the struggle for racial equality in America. Born on February 4, 1913 in Tuskegee, Alabama, Mrs. Parks' quiet strength and unwavering commitment to justice would make her a symbol of resistance. Many people know about her famous incident that sparked the Montgomery bus boycott of 1955. But did you know it was planned? It's often taught, and wrongly assumed, that Miss Parks was simply a fed-up passenger on that fateful day. But Miss Parks was trained in the art of civil disobedience. Her portrayal of a battered, tired woman was just part of the plan. Rosa Parks' refusal to surrender her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus was not just a solitary act of defiance, but a strategic and calculated protest against the injustices of segregation. Her arrest and subsequent trial led to the emergence of the Montgomery bus boycott, a coordinated effort by African American residents to challenge segregation laws and demand equal treatment on public transportation. Lasting over a year, the boycott dealt a significant blow to the segregated bus system and propelled the civil rights movement onto the national stage, with Miss Parks at its forefront. Rosa Parks' steadfast commitment to nonviolent resistance and her belief in the power of collective action inspired countless individuals to join the struggle for civil rights, paving the way for landmark achievements such as the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Her legacy continues to resonate today as a symbol of courage, dignity, and perseverance in the face of oppression. Beyond her historic role in the civil rights movement, Parks' legacy serves as a reminder of the power of ordinary individuals to effect extraordinary change through acts of courage and conviction. Her name has become synonymous with the struggle for justice and equality, inspiring future generations to continue the fight for a more just and equitable society. Number 1 on our list is so influential, she may become the first woman to be featured on American currency. 1. Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman, often referred to as the Moses of her people, was a fearless abolitionist and activist who played a pivotal role in the fight against slavery in the United States. Born into slavery around 1822 in Dorchester County, Maryland, Tubman's early life was marked by hardship and oppression. However, she would go on to become one of the most revered figures in American history, known for her daring rescues of enslaved individuals through the Underground Railroad and her unwavering commitment to freedom and justice. Harriet Tubman's most renowned achievement was her work as a conductor on the Underground Railroad, a clandestine network of safe houses and secret routes used to assist enslaved individuals in escaping to free states and Canada. Risking her own safety time and again, Tubman made approximately 13 missions to rescue over 70 enslaved people, earning her the admiration and respect of fellow abolitionists and enslaved individuals alike. Her strategic brilliance, courage, and unwavering determination made her a formidable adversary to slaveholders and a beacon of hope to those seeking freedom. During the Civil War, Harriet Tubman further solidified her legacy as a fearless freedom fighter by serving as a nurse, scout, and spy for the Union Army. Her knowledge of the South and her ability to navigate hostile territory proved invaluable to the Union war effort, earning her the nickname General Tubman from soldiers. After the war, Tubman continued her activism on behalf of formerly enslaved individuals, advocating for their rights and assisting in their transition to freedom through her work with freedmen's camps and organizations. Harriet Tubman's legacy extends far beyond her individual actions, as she became a symbol of courage, resilience, and resistance in the face of oppression. Her unwavering commitment to justice and equality continues to inspire people around the world, particularly marginalized and oppressed communities. Today, her memory serves as a reminder of the power of ordinary individuals to effect extraordinary change and of the ongoing struggle for justice and equality.